Hello and welcome to the More Dreams first anniversary Q&A session.
I'm Kirby, the singer for Minori, and More Dreams creator, as well as one of the mixers.
And I'm Lynn, the voice of Haruka Kiritani. I do some of the graphic design work, and I provide an extra set of musically trained ears for Kirby.
A year ago, in June of 2024, More Dreams was created. We wanted to celebrate the year with some of our cast answering questions some of you guys asked and we created.
So let's get started with our first question, which is for Kirby. How did you meet and decide to form this cover band?
Well, I started the group after getting into Sekai fan dubbing. I wanted to try my own hand at managing an English dub, but didn't want to take on the responsibility of having to manage 30, 50 people. So I wanted to start it with specifically just More Jump, as I was super in love with their songs at the time.
And then Kirby asked me and Snuuy, our Shizuku, if we wanted to join before reaching out to other utaites and made an audition post to fill up the roster.
Yeah! Alright, next question. So, do any of us know each other IRL?
I don't know. Do we? Person standing next to me in this room.
Well, I don't know. Who are you? So just me and Lynn know each other as well. As far as we're concerned, everybody else just lives on different parts of the world.
Last question from our viewers. Does Kirby have any tips on how to improve mixing? Seeing their mixing improve throughout the covers has made me want to improve my own mixing.
I first want to say I'm so honored that you think that you want to ask me for advice. I also think my mixing has improved and I'm so happy with it. It's a loaded question, so I'll just go with like three main things. Main thing is knowing what kind of tools you're using. So whatever software you're using to do the mixing, you need to know about EQ, compressor, reverb, and timing and tuning softwares. Knowing what they all do is super important to knowing how to mix and what to do when things don't sound the way they're supposed to sound. Next thing would be feedback. It's always good to get feedback from other people. I can only listen to a mix so many times before I start to hear the same thing. It's good to have friends and other people like Lynn, who has good ears, to be able to listen to my mix and figure out where I've gone wrong, or things that I've just missed in general. And last thing, time and practice. I've been mixing for over 2 years at this point. I was not like this the first time, or the second time, or the third time I've done mixes. It always takes time and practice and learning how things work, and then getting yourself a good ear. I don't really have a good ear, but I've learned small things on if some particular things sound weird like this, I use this particular software to fix it.
Alright, the rest of our questions are more general, and we'll have others from the cast joining in with their answers. The first one, what is your favorite Project Sekai group?
Okay, so for me, it depends on a lot of different things and how I'm feeling at the time, but at the moment, my favorite would be BBS. What about yours, Lynn?
Mine would also depend, but if I had to choose, it would be Leonid and Nightcord. I love them all, but these two hit particularly close to home, but shout out to Wonder Show for being goofballs. God.
My favorite Project Sekai group is a bit interesting because at first it was actually Wonderland Showtime. I found out about Project Sekai at the very beginning of the game when they were first releasing the promos for the groups. And Wonderland Showtime had the most interesting MV out of the debut MVs to me with their Sweet Magic cover. So at first it was them, but as the game came out and progressed, I really got into Nightcord actually. Particularly Kanade, her story speaks to me.
Anyone who knows me also knows I'm very annoying about Wonderland Showtime. I really like them, I just think they're silly, I don't know.
I'd say Vivid Bad Squad, and that's simply because I just resonate a lot more with that type of electronic sound, you would say, yeah.
I am personally a VBS kind of girly. I am a sucker for like high energy, dancey kind of songs. For reference, Alter Ego and Beyond the Way are two of my favorite songs in the damn game. But yeah, and that is followed by Leonid. I used to be a massive Leonid fan. I tiered a Shiho event. and then that is followed by More Jump, then Night Court, then Wonderland X Showtime. I don't read the stories. I don't really know about like the characters' lore, so it's mostly kind of based off of just vibe and what songs they cover.
What is your favorite More Jump character?
Obviously, Haruka. I think she's a very complex character, and there is something of a tragedy of being a child star. Like, you're 15 years old. You shouldn't be counting every calorie you eat. But it's kind of sad, but also she tries so hard.
It's so sad.
But also Irie, because mom-friend solidarity. I feel her so much, just looking after people and making sure they don't go in the wrong direction. But she also cares so much about others, and I love when characters care. She looks after the rest of More Jump, but she also looks after Anna, who's her friend, and then by proxy, she cares about Akito, Mizuki.
Oh my god. Lynn is my mom friend. Oh my god. I love you, Lynn.
I am the mom friend. I love you too, my child.
For me, it would be Minori. I do relate to her in the sense that she is not trained in any way for dancing or for vocals, but she still tries her best, practicing every day, working her hardest to make sure she can be as good as she can be, because I relate to that in the sense that I am also not vocally trained, and I also hope to achieve big things or small things in my life.
For More Jump, though, you'd think you're in Kanade, I'd probably pick somebody different, but my favorite in Jump is Minori. I just love how she pursues her dreams so fearlessly, and she stumbles, she falls, but she gets back up, she jumps up once more, and it's a really valuable skill to have.
And then my favorite More Jump character is Irie, for sure. I like them all, but Irie has my heart. I love her voice. It's my favorite of the group, and overall, I think she's just a very impressive character in general.
My favorite More Jump member has to be, let me think. Oh yeah, definitely Haruka. Because, I don't know, I just resonate with her. It's the vibes.
My favorite More Jump character is Shizuku, and it is not just because I voice her, although that does kind of play a factor, but it's mostly just because of Rina Honizumi. I love Shizuku's voice so damn much. It is gorgeous, it is beautiful, she absolutely kills every song, every cover, every alt she's in. Yeah, for me, a lot of favorite things in the game are just decided by music because I don't really know the lore. But yeah.
What is a future More Dreams cover that you hope to see?
Okay, there's so many. So first one is Lonely Universe, and we're gonna do it this summer, hopefully. That was like one of the main reasons I started this group too, just to sing that one song. I also want to do If, Heart Forecast, Hug, Jumping Over, Fun. Oh my god, there's so many. I could only boil it down to 6 of them.
Oh boy. Okay. You've already said a lot of ones that I'd like to do, but I'd also like to do Ice Drop and Moment Iro no Kagi. And I know this one just came out, but Irie's newest one, 11th.
Yes.
I listened to that one on repeat. Wow, most of these are just Irie's. But for the covers that are not commissions, The Earth's Final Confession.
Good choice.
Deep Sea Girl. And if you're not gonna give me a Marshmary, I want to hear Setsuna Trip. And also Kiss the Villain, but we're still waiting for a full version of that.
Oh yes, full versions. Need those.
For the cover I'd want to see, I've always been really impartial to Worldwide Wander. It's just something about the song. I don't know what it is, if it's the meaning, if it's the sound. It's just such a fun song, and I loop it endlessly every time I think about it.
Recently, I've been obsessed with Anti-You, and Luka sings in that, so I'm really excited to be able to do that. And I was thinking about even doing an alt vocal if I'm having enough fun, but I might have to ask Kirby if I can lower the key for an alt vocal, just because it's kind of difficult in the original key for me. I've been trying. I've practiced doing it in the original, but I much prefer to take it an octave lower. But I think if I do enough takes, maybe I can make it work.
Romeo and Cinderella. Yeah. I think it's a fun song. Yeah.
Oh man, if I were to list all the songs I'm so excited to do or to just like work on, it would take like years. But just to name a few, I'm super excited for Shoujo Rei because Lynn's voice is absolutely gorgeous. It is so fun to work with Lynn. I'm excited for Marshmary. That's one of my favorite Vocaloid songs, and I would love to hear Sage and Kirby absolutely kill it. I am also super excited for Romeo and Cinderella. That song is just kind of special to me because it's how I got into Vocaloid.
And our last question is, why did you join More Dreams?
Because you asked. And also because you're my friend. Of course I would join. I want to help you and see your ideas come to fruition. And I like singing, I guess.
I love you, Lynn.
Okay, let's not get too cheesy here.
Well, as the creator, I'm obviously already in the group. Me being the director, big boss.
Kirby's a tyrant with all of us under her thumb.
Everyone's getting a 10% pay raise after this.
Wow, 10% of 0.
Oh yeah! So me being the director of a smaller group allows me to have more control over which songs we got to sing. I find that most dubs go in chronological order, and I like more of More Jump's newer songs. I also like singing and changing my voice. As you can tell, I have a much deeper voice than Minori, and she sings really high. I find that very fun.
So I joined More Dreams because a friend of mine had mentioned that somebody they knew was starting a More Jump group and asked if I'd want to send an audition reel. I sent a couple of reels for a couple of different characters, and that ended up with me getting Meiko. I was very thrilled with the opportunity to be a part of this group because I'm always looking to become a better vocalist.
Sunny advertised saying that all the Vocaloids were open, otherwise I probably would have auditioned for one of the idols. I originally joined as Miku, but then I decided that I'm actually really bad at singing as Miku. And their Luka had just left, so I saw my opportunity to switch roles because I think she's a much better match for me. I'm so glad to be able to work with all these awesome people, though. I'm really glad that I joined.
I guess because it seems like a really fun experience, and everyone seems nice, and it seems like a good time, you know, and at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do, so yeah.
Kirby held me in her basement and she held a knife to my throat until I agreed to join. Okay, but seriously, I had been in a bunch of fan dubs previously, in one of which I was actually casted as Shizuku. And those fandoms never really like took off, which it made me sad. It happens to most fandubs, but like still it's not great to see. But when Kirby wanted to start this thing, she was like so determined. She was so excited for it, and Kirby is someone I would trust with my life. So, you know, I knew this was gonna work out, and we did have some hurdles to get over to get stuff out, but I could not be happier with where we are today.
Those are all the questions we have for today. Thank you so much for your support and listening to our covers.
We hope you continue to listen to our future covers as well.
Thank you, and
Bye.
goodbye.